Hi friends, Crystal here from Galaxy Finds, and Happy New Year. That's my first video of the year, even though this is delayed a lot. I wanted to do a 2023 goals video, but I'm also going to tell you other things that have been going on in my reselling life that have been very stressful and why I have not been able to get in here and film a video. So right here is where I film all my videos. I am in an office that I rent in an office building that's like 2 minutes from my house, and I've been here since the end of October of 2019. So that's over 3 years. You know, up until 2022, like, this had been a really great space for me. I had been slowly outgrowing this space, unfortunately, because it is only 300 square feet, and in order to store my inventory and to have a photo area and a place for unlisted inventory, like, it's getting a little crazy in here. But I did move a lot of my listed inventory to my grandmother's basement in those like 27-gallon bins, and that's been really helpful. So my point of struggle is usually the unlisted inventory. I don't source a lot per se, but I do find a lot of really good opportunities that I can't pass up, like a church sale where everything's $1, or like a yard sale where they gave me everything for less than $1 a piece, and like stuff like that. Like, I find some really good opportunities, and I feel like it would be silly to pass those up. So I end up with a lot of inventory. So with that said, if you guys have been watching my videos for a while, you'll know that last spring, I think it was last May, I had a really big issue with my heat, and it just turned on out of nowhere when it had never worked before, and my office was 97 degrees for like an entire week, maybe even a week and a half. I couldn't work, I couldn't do much of anything. I did film one video in here where I was like in a tank top sweating, just to like show you guys like this is bad. So I wasn't able to work for a while, and like things have been going downhill since then, and it's been really hard with like my building manager, and has been demanding a lot from me when she never had before. She never had a problem with anything I did before, and all of a sudden, like, she wants me to move everything 2 feet from every wall with a heater, which is 2 of the walls in my 300 square foot office. So where I'm taping right now, I'm in the forbidden area. So in order to even like set up this spot, I had to move everything. Luckily, I have my garment racks with wheels on them, but like they're packed to the gills, so they're heavy, and I have my steamer and my ring light and my tripod, and like right here is listed inventory I need to put away. So there's a lot going on in here. What I ended up having to do was I had to rent a storage unit to put my unlisted inventory in. Not all of it, just the stuff that was in the IKEA bags. So I have 2 garment racks that are full of unlisted, and then I put the rest in those giant blue IKEA bags just to like sort them, keep them, you know, from getting damaged or whatever, and it's always worked really well for me. So I got a 5-foot by 10-foot storage unit. That's luckily only like 6 minutes from my house, so it's actually right in between my house and my grandmother's house, which is helpful. And I had been actually looking for a while for a storage unit, and most of the ones near me have specific hours and days they're open, which is like really not great for me, because if you're only open 9 to 5 Monday through Friday, like it's not conducive to my business. But this one, they're open 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. They're in like a gated area where I'd have to put in a passcode to get in, so it's really secure. I feel really good about leaving my stuff there, and it was cheap, so that's good. But it is not climate controlled, so I do have to get through this stuff and figure out what I'm going to do with it. In a perfect world, I would be able to just list everything, but it's not a perfect world, because the area that I have to list things is, you know, not in the best condition right now, and you know, in order to list things, I have to spend 10 minutes of my time moving things around. So, thank you for listening to me talk about all this. Some of my closer reseller friends have been hearing me talk about this for months, and yeah, I also want to give a shout out to Chelsea at Monarch Alley, because I got this sweatshirt from her and it is so cute. It actually has a back print too. Let's see if I can show you. Yeah, wicked cute. She posted it on her Instagram and I was like, I have to have that. So anyway, I wrote down these 2023 goals before all of this drama had happened, so I'm actually going to revisit and see like how many of these are still, I still think I could do, or you know, if this has changed. So my number one goal was to start eBay and I did it. December 31st I started eBay. I posted 2 items, and I've been posting 2 items a day every day since the 31st. So I haven't gotten any sales yet. I'm starting to get some more like watchers and views and stuff, so I'm sure I'll get there. I mean, I don't even have 50 items listed yet, so I'm not expecting like miracles, but it would be nice if I could add eBay to, you know, my income flow, because now that thrilling is gone, I have to have some other platform that can make up for it, because Poshmark is unreliable, as we all know. And I actually, so my 2022 Poshmark, how much I made on Poshmark was less than 2021, which is really disappointing, because when you're growing a business, you're hoping that your numbers are going to grow. But since they were messing with so many things last year, like even though I did get live sales and everything, and I still came in like, I want to say $4,000 less than 2021, which is kind of a lot. So I'm hoping that, you know, with eBay added in, I can get that lost money and build it. I'm a little nervous about eBay because I do hear a lot of like horror stories about it, but I'm just not going to worry about that. Hopefully everything will go smoothly. So number one goal, I've already started. So my number 2 goal was my same goal for last year, to get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and I'm pretty far away from that, and I think it's mostly because I'm not consistent. I have all, like, I really want to be consistent, but life keeps just getting crazy, and I'm having a hard time, so we'll see. I think I'm at like 350, which is not awful, and I'm happy that it's grown slowly, and that I have people that have been watching me the whole time I've been on here, which is so nice. But yeah, I would love to get to 1,000 subscribers, so spread the word, I guess. Next one is actually something I have achieved. Okay, so is get the death pile out of my car. If you've seen me on Instagram, I've posted pictures where I literally only have a driver's seat because I had just blue IKEA bags, like, coming out the windows, basically. And now with renting that storage unit, I actually was able to get all of those bags out of my car. So, yay! Already achieved one of my goals. Let's just hope I don't do that again. Well, I probably won't do that again, because now I have a space for my unlisted inventory, at least temporarily. Okay, my next one was, this is the ultimate goal. I don't even know if it's going to happen this year, but I eventually want to get like a giant shed put in the backyard of my grandmother's house. Like, I'm talking like the size of my office shed, like a barn, basically. And you can actually buy them pre-made at like Home Depot and Lowe's and stuff, and they go from around like 10 to 12,000 for about the size that I want, which is a lot. But when I think about how much money I've put into this office in the past 3 years, it's over $10,000, and if I could have just put that into a shed that I own, it'd be really nice. So I am really planning on doing that. I think it's going to be feasible because I have actually talked to like the town people in the town my grandmother lives in, and it said that you can have as many structures as you want on your property as long as people are not living in them. And the town she lives in is like very strict because we originally wanted to put like a house, like a prefab house in her backyard. I mean, she's got like about an acre of land. And they said no. They said that it has to be attached to an already made structure, which they have a shed and a garage already. But, you know, they made it like very difficult. So we kind of like scrapped that idea and thought, I guess we're just gonna have to put an addition onto my grandmother's house eventually when we are to move there. You know, hopefully, like, I hope we're not forced to move there anytime soon, because that would either mean, one, my apartment is, you know, kicking us out for probably selling it, or two, my grandmother dies. Like, I don't want either of those things to happen, but I do want to get out of my apartment as well, because it is not in the best shape. I've been in my apartment for almost 13 years now, so it's not the best, but it's cheap, so you do what you do. So that's my next goal. Another one that I've started working on is getting my wildlife rehab license for Massachusetts. So I'm taking a course on like all the basics. It's a 4-hour course every Saturday in January. So I've taken one of the classes so far. It's really interesting. And if you guys follow me on Instagram, you'll see like we have a lot of animals in our backyard, and you know, Nick and I have been really interested in basically just like how they live, what they eat, like, you know, they're everything about them, like, you know, when they have babies, and it'd be really cool to be able to help these animals if, you know, something happens. A couple months ago we had a squirrel in our yard that got poisoned. We brought them to a wildlife rehabber, and they unfortunately died because one of my neighbors is using rat poison in their yard. So I feel like if I know how to help these animals, maybe, you know, if time is the essence and I can help this animal right away, then maybe I can save it. I don't know. I've always wanted to help animals. I love animals, so that is something I am actively working on. And then the last goal is not reseller related, but to plan our honeymoon. So we technically got married in 2021. We were supposed to get married in 2020, but then pandemic, and that ruined all of our plans. We ended up getting married at the town hall with a few family members around, which was nice, but like, you know, it wasn't what we wanted. And so we got married May 12th. So I'm hoping that May of 2024 we could possibly go on our honeymoon. So where are we going? Japan. We have been planning for years. We've been making lists of all the things we want to do. We're so excited about it. Like, this has been a dream destination for both of us for like many, many years, like since I was in middle school, I think. So the one thing that has been holding us back, we did save up enough money and everything from our wedding party and all that, but without going into detail, my husband has some trauma from flying and airplanes and stuff, so we are working through that with a professional, so hopefully we can do it by 2024. I can't wait to book it. I'm so excited to go. I've never flown that far before either, so it's going to be weird for me too. I mean, I've gone to, I think, Arizona is the furthest I've gone on a plane, and yeah, you have to take 2 flights because you can't go to Japan from Massachusetts. You have to go from Massachusetts to either California or Canada, I think it's Toronto, and then connect to a flight to Tokyo. So either way, we're going to have to take 2 flights. We're going to have to connect, which is kind of stressful because we have the one flight we ever took, the way back, our flight got delayed and we missed our next flight, so we had to like stay overnight in Dallas for like 4 hours. It was kind of awful, but like if you miss your flight to Japan, that's like a way bigger deal. So yeah, I want to be prepared for everything. I wish we could just take a straight flight there, but they don't do that. So yeah, I know some of you have been to Japan. I've talked to a few of you, and I cannot wait. There's so much I want to see and do and just experience there, and we're obsessed. Like everything Japan, we're obsessed. So that's the end of my 2023 goals. I try not to do anything like, I don't know, I would say not too specific, but those are pretty specific, I would say, but they're not all reselling related, and the ones that are reselling related I think are doable. So yeah, this has just been a little chat with you guys to update you on what's going on in my life if you have wondered where I've been. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.